Thank you, Deputy Speaker, sir. Sir, I would like to participate in the discussion of the constitutional amendment under the Sir, we have already discussed the issue earlier in this house, and it was sent to the Rajya Sabha. And Rajya Sabha, after the discussion, there was a select committee, and the select committee has submitted their report in the Rajya Sabha, and it is after that the bill comes again here for passing of the Lok Sabha. Sir, I fully agree with some of the issues that were made by other members. Sir, when we think about the reservation policy, of course, as far as India is concerned, it is a serious issue, it is a sensitive issue. We could see that unlike any other country, we have large number of the languages and the religions, caste and subcaste. Even in the time of the pre-independence, there were the struggles with regard to this SC issue or the reservation issues. It is with regard to these long struggles that these sections, especially SC and ST and also OBC, has got some benefits that is in the form of this reservation. In some states, there have been some form of the reservation from the pre-independence period itself. In other states, the reservation exists in varying degrees that are Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bihar, UP, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh. In West Bengal, Orissa, Assam, the most of the other northeastern states, such a reservation do not exist earlier due to the nature of the historical evolution of the caste pattern. In West Bengal also, to the major socio-economic changes that are brought through the prolonged struggles. Sir, I would like to say, we could not forget the eminent social reform leaders in various states, in Kerala, Srinarayana Guru, Ayyangali, Katambi Swami, Poigayil Yohanan, Ayya Vaikunta Swamigal, Vakam Maulavi, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. Sir, we now discuss in this time, but they have...
Nair is the one of the founder for a Justice Party who fought for the reservation. That is the famous.
That I am coming, sir. That I am coming.
It's a doctor profession, Nair.
We could not forget the eminent social reformers either in the Kerala or in Tamil Nadu. So in Tamil Nadu also, the Periyar Dravid Karagam and later the DMK and ADMK have done a lot of work. In Kerala, in the time of the first communist government in 1957, under the leadership of E.M.S. Namboodiripad, there was a committee appointed to study the reservation issues, and it has become the model to many other states. Sir, I don't want to go to the details of the background of this issue, but many states have made detailed studies such as the Hanwar Commission in Karnataka in 1971, and Backward Class Commission in Tamil Nadu in 1971, Backward Class Reservation Commission in Kerala in 1971, the Socially and Educationally Backward Classes Commission in Gujarat in 1976, and the Backward Classes Commission in Andhra Pradesh in 1971, and all these commissions were made studies with regard to the caste policy and also the reservation policy. So it is, so we know that there was only the SC/ST Commission, and after that the SC and ST it was bifurcated. Then it has come this the commission for the other backward classes. Sir, I don't want to go to that detail. Sir, the very important issue with regard to this issue is that whether with regard to the power of the state. You see that earlier there was a discussion, and it was included that it is the center that had to be decided the caste who has to become the OBC community or other. As far as the SC/ST, there is no bar because it is a constitutional right. But as far as the OBC is concerned, there are a number of sections. In one OBC section that may be in OBC in one state, but that may be OEC in other states. I have my own experience as far as the ST is concerned. The Marathi issue, it was included in the Karnataka, that is the ST. It was also in Kerala in 2000, up to 2002 in ST, but after that it is deleted. So I have taken that issue in this house, but it has taken at least 10 years to get the benefits that the ST position. But because of the attitude taken by the bureaucrats and also the wrong report that they were given. So as far as the states are concerned, they know who are the actual persons, who are the actual communities which has to be included in the list of the OBC. As far as the SC and ST, there is no bar about it. So this issue has to be taken very seriously. So we see that this should not be used for the political purposes. There may be some state governments, they want to take all the communities or the OBC or the SC. So when we take this issue in the hands of the central, they can also take the same manner. So there should be judicial purposes, judicial consciousness, because otherwise the spirit of the SC or the OBC it should be defeated. Sir, here I agree with the honorable member who spoke now that even the 27% it is not implemented fully. I am also the member of that committee. When we examine that details, we could see that in many states the 27% for the OBC is not implemented. Where the central government has to give the strong directions that why such governments are not implementing. And again, as far as some sections are concerned, this reservation is not applicable. Take for example the ministries under the Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister, research, science and research, and also scholarship and other, as far as Kerala is concerned, Sri Chitra, there is no reservation of the OBC. Sri Chitra Tirunal, there is no reservation. So the research, why you are not giving due importance to the OBC? You think that there is no person in the OBC to become the doctor or the research person? As stated by the 67% is the OBC. But they are not getting the due share as far as the employment is concerned, the job is concerned, the education is concerned. So now I do agree with this amendment, because the constitutional status has to be given to the OBC as we have already given to the SC and ST. But at the same time, when we think about the population, the majority of the population, about 67%, why you are hesitating to give the due share to as we have given to other sections? So this issue also has to be taken. So the other issue is that we think about the woman. We say that we are giving protection and the promotion to the woman to all the sections. I think one of the members, he is now the minister, he was in the committee also. She has been arguing for that. So why you are not included the woman in the members of this committee? Chairman, vice chairman, and other eminent persons. They also had to be selected, and they have to be selected in such a way. They should be eminent, they should be socially consciousness, and also should know all these issues. The selection should be on the basis of the political bias, and also one member from the very backward community. That should be, especially there are many backward communities, but the extreme backward that we can see in many places, their issues others are unable to know. Even we are not in a position. So such a extreme backward communities, one member should be taken from them, and also one member should be from a woman. But we think 33% is the reservation of the woman that we say. The government is not ready to bring that bill. If you are not ready to bring that bill, at least when you take this bill, you please include this. I think all the members from the other side also will agree that with these two suggestions, I fully agree with the amendments that the government has made. But at the same time, when we implement, we have a number of the legislations. When we implement, whether it would be fruitful, that the government has to give the guarantee. That is what I said. The selection of the chairman, vice chairman, members, and also the members from the very backward communities, and also the women folk, that also has to be.
Sir Nityanand Rai.
पिछला